Folks, welcome back. My name is Rudy. You're watching Alpha Investments. You know, what's interesting about today's video is this is going to be based around Thunder Junction. I've never actually opened these before. These aren't even the flashy ones. This is basic play booster box from a patron, Dominique, and over here. And many patrons over the last many months have been saying, Rudy, just open the normal play of a weird set of like Outlaws, which is like a funky lore. Doesn't really feel like Magic sometimes, and the flavor's kind of funky, and you know, it's just kind of a, but just try it. And I was like, what's the big deal? I mean, they're just normal play boxes, right? I don't understand why some people make such a big thing about it. And then I've had other pages say things like, you know, look, there's a reason people are paying $133 a box plus tax for these play boxes every single day on eBay and TCG Player. That's $142 shipped that people are paying every day for these boxes. $142. Now again, I know many people just don't like money and they don't want to be a Rudy patron and everything and pay the $118 Rudy price shipped on pretty much all these things. But that's, you know, you do you. You know, it's better to be angry and make sure you don't ever have money and, oh, okay, sorry, back order's backwards, okay. So, Prosperity, so we got our shot there. Starting off pack one, we got the Sanctum. We actually got a rare land in pack one, the Ender Rancher. So 3 or 4 uncommons, 3 uncommons, okay. And then our commons are in the back. The pack order threw me off there, everybody. So, I guess my comment to you all is, why? Or explain to me exactly. Do you all think that people are overpaying? Well, Blooming Marsh. It's a pretty cool looking piece of land. Look at that art with that train on there. Wow, that's kind of neat. So are people confused on why? Or do people think that, or I don't, so what, I'm not sure what the specific goal is in the comment by people stating that everybody is, well, the old Greed's Gambit, Mythic number 1, everybody, and a Newt. So people are, I guess there's people that don't understand why other people are paying so much money for modern day regular Magic boxes when quote unquote they're all terrible, blah blah blah, right? That seems to be where the confusion is. Smash, beautiful looking. Boy, the foiling on the wanted posters are really neat. Okay, that's pretty cool. Marchesa, Dealer of Death. I don't know why I like the artwork on that. I don't know why it vibes and feels really good, everybody. So I think it's a combination of the removal of the whole draft and set boxes. And I think that, I don't think these boxes are mispriced. I think it's been a hard learning curve for the market. Wow, Surgical Extraction and an Oko. Wow, Surgical and an Oko right back to back on that pack. I don't think these are incorrectly priced. I've said it for a while now that I believe that all play boxes are going to be about $150. And that average is going to pull up all the previous draft boxes, which should average around $150. The old terminal. Blooming Marsh, our third rare land already. Jeez. And that's kind of my attitude on how I feel the market's eventually going to come around and accept the price points. And again, when play boxes first came out, Carlo of Manor, as with everything, anytime there's something new happening, the market rejects it, the play boxes are distorted, the market gets funky. There's always going to be a kind of an acceptance period or like a learning curve. There's always a period of time when the market's playing tug of war with the value of the cards and the boxes. The old high noon there. Like, card quality looks fantastic, at least on the batch I have here. I am seeing absolutely beautiful contrast and vibrant colors. I'm not seeing any issues with the card quality. The actual variety of the pools seem pretty decent. And again, you know, I don't know about long term. I'm not sure how this stuff is going to age nowadays. It's very difficult to know. Nice little dragon there. Because every time I try to predict, or no matter how you guys predict about how you feel about the state of Magic, the art, the culture, the company, maybe the politics, you know, all these things that are going on, you know, everything just moves forward. And wow, that was kind of neat. Look at the white mana symbol in the sky. That was really cool. So, but was that a Mesa? Oh, I saw Arid Mesa. I thought, geez. There's a nice little piece of equipment. Anybody? Wow, okay. So I noticed the symbol on that is definitely different than the symbol on the actual, is that part of the big score, like the subset, I think? It's been a while since I've actually, like I said, really explored and kind of fondled and kind of learned about some of these things. So I've been very curious lately. Primal Command and many paths. So anyways, back to the overall conversation with you all. I just think that the market has finally accepted the modern day price of packs and everything. Doesn't mean the market's happy about it, but it just repulse. It just means I believe that the overall market has accepted about where things are right now. I feel like it took a while. I feel like it was very, how do I say it? A lot of resilience. I can't even open this pack. There was a lot of resilience to the changes because even I was the same way. I was pretty shocked that they completely removed draft boxes and everything, unlicensed. The old clear cutter, everybody. So we're missing some of the big hits in the set. But again, I guess people are just unhappy because the sets feel gimmicky. Does that make sense to you all? The overall attitude is that a lot of people just feel that these new they don't feel like Magic sets. And then when we do get a Magic set that quote unquote feels like a Magic set, Bloom Pro or Foundation, look what happens. People love it, right? Annie joins up. And that seems to be, it leaves a weird spot for a lot of these sets that are like Outlaws or even kind of Duskmourn, but Duskmourn was such a good set. And even Foundation, Force of Vigor, wow, that's a nice little mythic, everybody. The old Rattleworm there. And it just shows that even when the set feels weird, because everybody thought Foundations was going to completely fall apart. It was going to be like the worst set ever. Oh, it's going to be available for a long time. Fleeting Reflection. Sorry, sorry, the art on this card. Look at the art on this card. It just killed me, man. Sorry. That just cracked me up. I was not mentally ready for the silliness and the artwork on that card. It just got me, everybody. It definitely got me there. But we got a perfect shot. We got the hindering. The duplicator. See, I always like weird artifacts like this, even though this is kind of an eh. But we do have a silly little rare artifact. We got the old Carnage right there. And you have so many subsets and demographics of people right now arguing different things about what Magic is, what Magic used to be, and what Magic's going to be. We got Bristly Bill, ladies and gentlemen. This was, I don't know if it still is, at release, this was like one of the best cards in the set. So I don't know if the old Mr. Bill, I don't know if he's still considered King Dingling there, but that's kind of a really big hit there. Again, Dominique, that was, Mr. Bill used to be one of the big dogs of this set. Now, I don't know if the price is still super expensive, but whoa, look at that. The old Annie Flash over there in the Wanted poster, Full Monty Flashy. Boy, that's a nice little surprise with a back-to-back second mythic, Crackling with Power. So, you see, you can still get some of these kind of heavy-hitting crazy cards. Now, I don't know. See, this is what I've been telling you guys about with these collector boxes recently. I don't think you can hit, wow, Ancient Cornucopia. Dang. Okay. I don't know if you can actually get, like, the big score cards. I don't even know if they're even in the pool of printing and availability in a normal box. I think those are only in the collector boxes. The old Splinter. Ooh, that looks kind of a crazy looking card, everybody. And I guess I have another video coming in probably maybe 2 weeks on Outlaws collector boxes, I think. So we're going to kind of revisit a second time. But I wanted to comment to you all. Flesh, right? God, a lot of mythics in this box. I don't think people, like, I feel like, how do I say this without sounding kind of silly? I feel like people aren't really paying attention to this particular Magic set. And I feel like the collector, ooh, get Rog Monster. I feel like, wait, that's a mythic, I'm sorry, it's a mythic. I don't feel like people are really, like the collector boxes in this particular set are actually still like only like $220, $230 with tax. They're not $400 or $500 like some of the other Magic sets. And I'm like, is anybody else paying attention? Like, is anybody seeing like Like in the big score, like the collector boxes, like some of the really insanely expensive cards, and the collector boxes in this set have not really skyrocketed. Tiny Bones joins up, everybody. The old Tiny Bones. So there's just certain things like that that'll kind of get my attention sometimes, and I kind of stand back and I'm going, I don't know. A collector box of Outlaws does not doubled in price like some of the other sets. Does anybody care? Because I do, and it's looking a little interesting, ladies and gentlemen. So, anyway, so as we're getting ready to wrap up here, box one, the old Slick Shot show-off. I just think Thunder Junction suffers from just being it feels like an off Magic set. It's just people it's like the Murders of Carlo. There's so many good, really strong cards in the set, Detention Sphere. The old Bristlebud Farmer. You know, but the problem is Key to the Vault. I feel like just people aren't connecting to the theme in the feel and the lore of this particular set. And I think that's really where some of the more larger damage and issue of this set is what's going on there. Godly, hello! Abrupt Decay. You know how big of a deal this card used to be? So that's kind of my attitude right now, everybody. I feel like that there's just some Magic sets that just the public just doesn't connect with it. Oh my God, look at these fucking pools, man. Anybody? The Sea Engine on a wanted poster with a morbid optimism. That is, I think it's a showcase or special guest. The symbol there. Look at this. Look at that pack with a triple. Oh my, a triple mythic pack with a Railway Baller. 3 mythics in a single play pack. Like, that's insane. That is absolutely insane that you can pull that in a single pack. Dust Bowl with Rudy the old bushy mug. That's all I'm getting at here. And I think, like, you know, I just wanted to kind of have a moment like that to tell you all. That's why I think these boxes sell all day long for like $140 shipped. That's why. There's a lot of opportunity, and there is actually value in these new sets. And it also is why I've been telling you all for the last 6 months that I've been moving a record volume. Oh, let's key to Kansas City. Oh, look at that. Cute little card. So I've been telling you all the amount of you all is buying these play boxes from me for the 118 shipped anywhere price. It's just been something that I've never experienced. And Rudy's been on YouTube for how long? How long has Rudy been on YouTube? A decade. Come on. That was a test. You guys passed. Okay. You know, and in the years and years I've been doing this, you know, this is by far the most amount of demand I've ever seen from patrons just buying the cheap Magic stuff for me. I mean, sure, the sales and the special new releases are great and all, but the amount of demand of these Magic boxes still remains absolutely insane, everybody. It is absolutely mind-blowing. And I think it's because of stuff like this. You know, because many of these sets double down, everybody. Wow. We got to do a quick check real quick. Before we do box 2 real quick, everybody. I know we're 13 minutes in, but before we do box 2, I just want to do something real quick. I just want to show you guys something. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 Chase Specialty Mythics in a $118 patron play box. Are you serious? That is wild. That is absolutely wild. Like, I don't know about you, Dominic, but that was an amazing box 1. For a cheap, basic video, without anything exotic and crazy collector boxes or anything, like, to me, that's absolutely insane. That's absolutely insane. I mean, anybody? It's just... It's why I believe that the box prices in the market condition, it's real. I don't think it's a bubble. That's cool. I don't think it's a bubble. I don't think any of the stuff's about to crash. I think the negativity and everybody just wanting to bash things, and that's just a cool thing to do. You know, bash Magic and Wizards. That's the internet, blah, blah, blah. That's what we're all supposed to do, right? You know, I just don't think it's... Oh my God, I can't open this pack. I do believe it's sustainable. That's all. It doesn't feel mispriced. It doesn't feel like a bubble. It doesn't feel scammy, archive trap. Another double down. It feels just like a very healthy, very aggressive market. That's what all this stuff reminds me of right now. So again, when we see all these collector boxes just sell out and double in price, you know, Bronco, I think it's just normal. I think it's just, it's really, it makes all this stuff very confusing when you go online in every channel and YouTube, surgical extraction, by the way, when you kind of view everything and all the content creators and YouTubers are just kind of all this negative news and negative stuff on wizards and magic and everything. No matter what happens, it's always just some sort of negative end of the world thing, right? Ley line binding. There's a nice little wanted poster. And concealed courtyard. There's a nice little land cycle head. But I don't think it's an issue. I don't think things are just bad. I just don't. I feel like we just live in this world we're supposed to. In creativity, another nice little wanted mythic. I feel like infiltrator. I feel like we're all supposed to just be constantly upset at things, and it just doesn't seem right. It just feels off. That's all I'm getting at, everybody. It just feels off to me. It doesn't feel that. It just doesn't feel authentic. Nice little steed there. You know, if you don't like the theme, the lore, the art, or whatever the set, that's fine. Some people love it, some people hate it. Every set, everybody feels different about. But to just say like magic is dead, or there's a Sphinx, or to turn around and just say things aren't working and it's all falling apart, or, you know, Wizards and Hasbro's going out of business and everything, it's just not real. That's just not true. Like, the earnings in the company and the direction and with, like, things are not really bad at all. You know, I mean, you know, I can argue there's been times where Magic's been in bad places and the company's done bad things and the whole market's been wrong in another round. And I agree. I'm not gonna downplay that. But at the same time, we're not there, you know? Magic is probably in some of the healthiest position in the current state of the game. And okay, look at this. There's something new. Simulacrum synthesizer. Look at that one. I haven't seen that one yet. Enters the battlefield scry too. Another artifact with mana 3 enters the battlefield. Create colored construct tokens. Okay. That's a neat little one. I have not seen that artifact yet. Huh, okay. It seems like you can do some shady shenanigans with that. Anytime you can pump out tokens and artifacts and they can kind of multiply and do things, you know, I always feel like cards like that always breed shady shenanigans and combo decks and very broken potential. There's always potential for people to just, whoa, Nexus of Becoming. Haven't seen that one either. How many mythics are in this set? My goodness, okay. I was like, we had 17 mythics in just the first flipping box. Seems really high, that's all. I know the play boxes and everything are definitely very different, hell to pay, compared to the actual old school draft boxes. So I know the pull rates are higher. You know, the price per pack, everything has been adjusted nowadays. But still, it doesn't feel like a ripoff to me, Oko. You know, I think that's really what it was. A lot of people were really angry with the direction of the play boxes and what Wizards was doing. And, you know, even me, when I heard they were completely scrapping draft boxes after like 30 years, I was like, oh my God, seriously? I mean, obviously they're doing that to streamline the products. And Matter Weaver, the hell is this card? Human Artificer. Well, you know, anything human, cleric, any of that stuff is probably going to be another, you know, some sort of shady infinite combo. Am I right? Anyways, but I don't know. I feel like, you know, it's very difficult to accept some of the changes that these companies do after so many years, and we get used to things a certain way, and it definitely can make it tough. It can make it awkward. It can make it difficult. It can make things a little tough to stomach and accept. Final Showdown. I haven't seen that mythic yet. Ooh, look at a little corner there. Why is there a plus sign? I've never seen that. Is there something on the back? Look at a little plus sign. Final show, instant speed with a spree. Choose one or more additional +1. All creatures lose ability +1, or Wrath of God with 5. Huh. Okay, that's a nice little card with some kind of built-in choices there, everybody. Again, you know how I feel about that. Any card, it's like specialty lands. Anything that can produce or doesn't come delayed or come into play tapped has special abilities. I always thought that was my the Rudy favorite, everybody. All right, everyone. Well, we're down to probably about the last 13 packs of this video, everyone. Dominique, I don't know if this is considered a good video or not, okay? I have no idea. It feels like there's just a ton of absolute rares and mythics that you pull in a flippin' regular play box. It feels like an absolute ridiculous amount of stuff in these things. It doesn't feel like bad value. I mean, my God, at box 1, you pull 17 mythics in one play box in box 1. I mean, that alone, I mean, my goodness. I mean, as long as they're worth a couple bucks a piece. I mean, if you're a Rudy patron, you pay $118 a box, and you pull like 18 hits in a box. Even if the cards are $5-10 bucks a piece, I don't think you're doing bad. Like, you know, if you hit 1 or 2 cards that are like $20 plus, it's kind of, I don't think it's a really, doesn't seem like a really bad gig at all, man. Rakdos joins up again. That's at least that's how this feels. Now again, maybe all the mythics are just 50-cent cards and there's just, nobody cares. And maybe I'm just wrong. Old man Rudy's confused. Molten Duplication, everybody. I mean, oh, wow, okay. And a Hydra, back-to-back mythic in this pack. 2 mythics and a rare, back-to-back. They're definitely not very skimpy. Mythics are definitely not very mythical anymore. At least it doesn't feel that way nowadays. They don't seem like it's back for more. We got the Lookout and the old Rancher Rooney, everybody. So, all right, as we wrap up this video, everybody, I guess my closing comments to everybody is, I feel like Duskmourn and Thunder Junction are sets right now that you probably need to maybe pay a little extra attention to the collector boxes and also the actual cards themselves. Because what's going to happen, what's going to happen is over the next 60 days, when Foundation and Bloomburrow come back into print and availability kind of kicks back in, most likely, ooh, Vraska the Silencer, that's a cool little piece of art. Most likely what's going to happen is this set, Karlov, and some of the other sets like Jumpstart are going to get kind of pushed to the side. All the focus is going to show, ooh, that looks awesome. Like that, like, do people like the wanted posters? Like, I think these newspaper wanted post things look really cool, man. Like, these are like newspaper posting. Like, that looks really neat. Like, I think they look really cool. I like them better than the way versus the Karlov Manor kind of murder mystery clue looks, you know? But anyways, I feel like what's going to happen is over the next 60 days, you know, we're going to have Bloomburrow and Foundation take over all the excitement. Then we're going to have the new Magic set, the Dragon Storm, okay? And then we're going to have Final Fantasy. And I feel like sets like this, ooh, Fractured Identity. Ooh, and a Morbid again, back-to-back Mythic in that pack. I feel like we're going to have this complete, like a set like this is going to completely just disappear. Like, I feel like nobody's going to have positions in this. Everyone's going to forget about sets like Outlaws. Like, that's why I'm doing it right now. I thought this was an interesting example so that you'll see, once these other sets just take over the headlines, especially the new Final Fantasy and stuff like that, and the old World Walker Helm, like, you're going to see, like, no one, like, some of these other Magic sets, they just disappear. Like, nobody cares. Like, they never existed. It's like, oh yeah, I remember hearing about an Outlaws or a Western Magic set. That was like a thing, right? Does anybody remember? Yeah, yes, Silvala. There she is on the giant elf scout. But I feel like it's going to be forgettable. I feel like this is the type of Magic set that in 2 years from now, people are going to go, what? There was a Western Magic set? I didn't know that. This is the kind of set I feel. This is the exact type of, this is the forgettable, kind of stuck in the middle Magic set that isn't going to exist in a few years. So, all right, folks. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Again, Dominique, thanks for being a very kind patron. We are on our last 2 packs here. At least I just wanted to at least say I did a play box opening. I've been very, very curious about it, Primal Command, and I've been wanting to see what it's actually like. And overall, my opinion is, it feels like you get a pretty good bang for your buck, man. Especially in some of these Magic sets where the collector boxes are like $400+. Like, I don't think it's a bad gig to be able to get play boxes for like 118 bucks as a patron or something. Like, that just seems like pretty good value there. So, all right, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed the learning curve with me. Definitely. Oh, one last thing. Let me do a quick count. I know box 1 was like 17. Did we get around the same 15, 16, 17? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15. So we did end up, so 15 plus mythics in a $118 play box. That's nuts.